It's Movie Time is brought to you by the Gateway Film Center, 1550 North High Street, Columbus, Ohio. For their details and showtimes online at gatewayfilmcenter.org.
The award-winning It's Movie Time is brought to The award-winning It's Movie Time is produced by John DeSando. Listen to shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
And I'm Kevin Carr.
Now, Kevin, us old guys just don't die.
No.
And so we have,
No,
in this late 70s, Warren Beatty in a film opening today called Rules Don't Apply.
Yes.
Should he have come back from the grave or not for this one?
What was his last one? Was it Bulworth?
Something like he did one called I've forgotten anyway. Yeah, in 2000. It's been It's been about 15 years.
Because I remember seeing Bulworth and he was like rapping in that one, and he was wearing all hip hop gear. Then he decided, okay, I'm going to abandon the young kids, and I'm going to try and connect with the old folks again. Let's do a movie about Howard Hughes.
Right.
But not about Howard Hughes.
No. Okay. Isn't that an interesting part of this? It's old Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's what, 50s, 40s, 50s?
Yeah,
would
50s,
you say
yeah.
golden years for Hollywood? Yeah. And really, it's about this young couple, played by Lily Collins, Phil Collins' daughter.
Yes.
And Alden Ehrenreich.
Yes, the new Han Solo.
Oh,
that's how I know him. I'm not even bothering to know his name. I'm not even learning it.
Yeah, he played the hayseed in Hail Caesar.
Yes.
And so they're supposedly the center of a romantic piece.
Yeah.
Now, do you think they are?
Are you talking about in real life or in the movie?
No.
Because I don't know anything about the real life.
No.
But I mean, see, and that's, I think, the big problem with the movie. I mean, it's beautifully shot. It actually has a real interesting rhythm in terms of editing.
Yes.
But, you know, if there's anything that gets in the way, it's Warren Beatty and his own ego. Because the movie's about these two kids. And he just can't resist being like, I'm doing a movie about Howard Hughes.
Right. Surely he's like the Wizard of Oz, sitting behind his curtain, manipulating everything.
Quite literally at times. Yeah.
I know he is. And, our audience probably pretty much knows how terribly eccentric. This was pre-long fingernails.
Yeah.
And actually...
Well, eventually gets to the long fingernail point.
Yeah.
It?
Yeah, but it also warps the time because he had already sold RKO.
Yeah.
But he is depicted here as still pulling the strings at that motion picture.
Well, there's a fascination that Hollywood has and people in Hollywood have with Howard Hughes. The problem is, as we get farther and farther along, we're farther and farther away from Howard Hughes. And so even somebody like me, I'm in my mid-40s, I remember stories of Howard Hughes when I was really young, but pretty much he was so gone by that point that he was just this weirdo. And so people Warren Beatty's age and your age, you remember this. You remember how iconic he is, but fewer and fewer people really know Howard Hughes. And the real interesting stuff with Howard Hughes is when he goes kind of bonkers. Yeah. So it's very hard to do. I mean, the entire movie, The Aviator, was about him, and that thing was packed with stuff, and it was like 2.5 hours long.
That was with Leonardo.
Yeah, it was Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, Scorsese. And that was a good film that, as you say, did get into some depth. There's no real depth here. In fact, if you don't know a lot about Howard Hughes, you might spend the whole film trying to figure out, who is this dude?
Because they come in when he's already starting to lose it.
Yes, right.
And there's like a scene where they go flying. Steve Coogan's in it, and he's great.
Yes, I remember,
But the scene, that scene had no purpose aside from just giving Warren Beatty a chance to shine in his own movie that he wrote and directed. So.
I know it. And his wife is even in it, right?
They
still
married?
Yeah, and she's the one who corralled him, Warren Beatty.
Yes.
Out of Splendor in the Grass, if any of you remember when he started as a Hollywood idol romantic lead.
She's the one who took him from Madonna, right?
Yeah.
I think she took him from Madonna.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. And so Warren Beatty himself is a little bit like Hughes in getting, kind of in charge, but being a bit eccentric even about this film.
Yeah.
Which in the end, Kevin, it's don't you think it's not going to make much?
I don't. It's just there's like I said, there's this lack of focus. You watch it, you look at the poster, Lily Collins and Han Solo are on the. I told you I'm not going to know his name. Han Solo and Lily Collins are on the cover, on the poster. You see Matthew Broderick in the trailers more than you see Warren Beatty, and then you have this 30-minute diversion with Warren Beatty in the middle, and I'm not a Hughes biographer, so I don't know if any of this is true. This could be completely made up for all I know. I haven't even looked at Wikipedia. That's how lazy I've been this week. But I don't know. I mean, I think had this been made 30 years ago, I think it would have been far more compelling to the mainstream. But as it is right now, it's like people who want to see this cute little love story, it abandons it like 2/3 of the way through the movie.
Right. He has a stricture that the staff can't intermingle, so that she comes as one of the 25 starlets, and he puts them all up, and each one has a driver.
Yeah.
And so Han Solo, as you call him, is her driver. And guess what? When somebody who looks almost like Elizabeth Taylor, sometimes it's Collins, is there in the back of your car, and you're a handsome young man, it's just gonna happen. Yeah.
Well, I mean, his star's on the rise.
Yeah.
So I think his presence will help this movie. Lily Collins, I kind of feel sorry for her because she's not bad. I mean, she's not a great actress, but she's very, she's very easy on the eyes.
Yes,
she's very sweet, and she has a certain degree of charisma on screen. She's no longer just getting roles because she's Phil Collins' daughter, but she has yet to find any sort of breakout role. She's had several that were supposed to be breakout roles, like Mirror, Mirror, or The Mortal Instruments.
All right.
She was in that movie Abducted with Taylor Lautner.
Oh my!
And this one, this is her chance to do an award film that I don't think is going to get much attention.
There are a couple of Hollywood films out there now about Hollywood.
Yes.
In fact, you and I just saw La La Land.
We just saw La La Land. You mentioned Hail Caesar.
Yeah, that's right. And it seems to me that there's another one out there somewhere. But if you're kind of interested in that golden age of Hollywood, even though La La Land's about now, it's certainly patterned after the musicals out there at that time. It's got a lot of beautiful set design, don't you think? This one, it's a very nice evocation of the period.
It's a beautiful movie. It's a beautifully shot movie, and to get in the nerd part of it, the movie nerd part, the editing. It's a very odd editing style. It just chops things up.
Huh.
It just like a conversation seems to end in the middle of it and go to something else. It's very weirdly rapid fire, especially in the beginning. And I found that kind of compelling, but I didn't know what that was trying to achieve. Maybe that was trying to achieve, I don't know, what did Howard Hughes essentially like schizophrenic or manic depressant or something like that?
Not sure.
Yeah.
Eccentric's a better word, but less scientific.
Yeah. Well, I just think the mental health wasn't at the level it was. Then it was just crazy. Eccentrics covered everything.
So if you're interested in a film about old Hollywood or Hollywood and its golden years, if you're interested in Howard Hughes, you might get something. And even when Kevin gets a chance, go to Wikipedia to learn more about Howard Hughes. And I would say this, I'm somewhat impressed at 79 years old that Warren Beatty can still make it with a young woman.
Yeah.
Which is, she's about 20 or something, and he's 79.
He does it in a way that, it's creepy, but it's not like Woody Allen creepy.
All right. Well, Kevin, perhaps we could end on a Woody Allen quote.
Okay.
Would you mind if I said that?
No, knock yourself out.
Woody Allen said that when he comes back in the next life, he'd want to be Warren Beatty's fingertips. That's the Woodmeister.
I don't even know how to respond to that. Bill Cosby's out there going, all right.